Hello, my name's Ken Rees and I am the creative director at Pixelhaze Studio. Now, I've been working at Pixelhaze for the past 5, maybe a bit longer than that now, quite a while. And what I thought I'd do is make a bit of a series showing our processes. And we have quite a wide variety of projects that we undertake. So this is kind of a informal blog type video showing some of our processes. To start off with, I wanted to show you a real world client that we're working at the moment. His name is Sandro. You might have seen him. He's a stand-up comedian in Wales. You may have seen some of his videos. What I Drink in a Day, where he loves a pint. Recently, he put out a search for a graphic designer to help him with some merchandise now going forwad, and I couldn't help but put my hat into the ring, and so I've started speaking to Sandro, and we started actually building the new merch now. So what I thought I'd do was kind of show you a bit of the behind the scenes, how we actually start the process, going from a sketch to a finished product. So to start off with, Sandro came to me with an idea. He wanted to have a shirt which had his iconic catchphrase "double parked." So
I'm double parked already.
Bought a second drink and he's already drinking the last one. He has to make sure he necks that second pint. So we wanted to have a play on that, in which he wanted to have wheels on the glasses. And so we tried a couple of sketches to begin with. Wheels on the glasses looked a little bit odd, and I think we could have done something a little bit better. So taking a more literal approach, I actually sketched out this idea. So I'll put this on the screen for you now. Have two glasses overlapping one another side by side, and they were actually in a parking zone. And you always see some irritating person who's decided to park on both of the lines, stopping you from getting in. I created a poster before, which was about slurpsational, which I actually turned into my own t-shirt. This became a big inspiration for the design. It's slurpsational, made up word. Me and my friends made it when we were at the pub, and we couldn't quite describe how good this particular pint of lager was.
Thank you, lovely.
Now, Sandro's favourite beer was the Mao, and so we wanted to use the glasses in there as a part of the design. What I did is I spent plenty of time putting in the finer details on the pint glasses. I wanted to look like a particularly refreshing glass, which is just perfect. Bubbles coming off it, condensation of the sides, a nice foamy head to it. These designs would then be turned into t-shirts, which would be sold for merchandise on the store. The idea is we wanted to have some of his iconic catchphrases on the design, so it was a mixture between double parked, down the hatch, and lovely. And what we did is we went for double park, down the hatch. And the one thing which bothered me about his previous designs was that the type didn't quite reflect the look and feel. I had the character in it, so I've actually gone through and resketched all of the type myself. So rather than sticking with a standard font typeface, I've actually gone through and created this myself on the fly. It's kind of inspired by Night of the Living Dead, that really kind of hand-drawn, spooky kind of Halloween kind of vibe. I tend to go for this typeface quite a lot. I suppose it's a little bit like my style, but it's a nice way of bringing out that personality for the merchandise. Now, me and Sandro have been talking over Instagram. Our studio is based in mid Wales, but I've gone further and further afield. So going from Cardiff now to Bristol, I can actually drive and see clients in person and deliver workshops or web design or branding projects there and then, or which seems to work at the moment because we have quite a few clients who are abroad. I can do everything from home. So this is my setup here. This is the first time trying it out with the new camera, so I've tried to make some sort of visual wall behind me with plenty of stuff I like. There is lots and lots of Doctor Who stuff in here, so please ignore all that. I always start with a sketch when I'm beginning any of these ideas, because I think if you start off straight on Illustrator, then you're kind of dooming yourself from the very get-go. It can be a bit of a nightmare trying to come up with a concept straight on the computer, so I always make sure I have my trusty handbook here. This is where I come up with a lot of the ideas for my projects. So if I think an idea is worthy, then I'll actually go and create it. So there's loads in here. So alongside this, as you can see, I need a couple more posters in the studio here. I'm creating a design for Weak Link Sink Ships. So it's a play on the propaganda artwork from World War II, which are relating to web design. So that in a web design studio, people can have a look at this. It's not so boring, and it actually relates to the project work they're doing. You want to make sure that all your buttons, all your hyperlinks, everything is all linked up and correct, and we don't have any broken links in there, because that's a sure way to make a rubbish website. So we do a lot of Pixelhaze. Now I'm leading the studio, side of things. I just wanted to have a bit of a informal discussion about what we do here at Pixelhaze, just so you can see a bit behind the scenes. And I think it's fun to see a design go from a simple sketch all the way to the finalized product as you see here. If you're looking for some design work, feel free to message us on pixelhaze.studio. Or if you're interested in designs that we created in the video, take a look at Sandro Ford's Instagram below.